Hey everyone, Don here with Don's Question of the Day. Guys, welcome to another edition of DQOTD. Guys, even though tomorrow, Friday, is technically Valentine's Day, Happy Valentine's Day to you! Don't judge me. So guys, in all seriousness, it is going to be Valentine's Day tomorrow, so happy Valentine's Day to all of you, and I hope you and your loved one or your girlfriend or boyfriend or whoever it is have a wonderful Valentine's Day. And I'm sorry that we didn't do a Valentine's Day question because we did not this year as in previous years. But that's okay. I just didn't have a feel for it. I didn't have any good Valentine's Day questions, and I didn't hear anything from you guys either, which is okay. But if you do have an idea for a holiday that's going to be coming up in the next couple months, hey, shoot me an email, donsquestionoftheday@gmail.com. There you can let me know your question that you want featured on the show or through Facebook, on our Facebook page, and you can let me know, hey, I think this might be a good question to ask. So let me know, guys. Make sure you subscribe down below and ring-a-ding-a-ding that notification bell so you'll know when we come out with a new video. That being said, guys, let's quickly get into the second question for this week, which is, what is something you are self-taught at? So whether it's a hobby or it's a profession or it's just something that you do to pass the time, this would be something that you have taught yourself either by reading books, educating yourself online, buying whatever this thing is, whether it be, an instrument or a tool or whatever, and doing it over and over and over with repetitiveness, so much so that you learn, you're self-taught, self-teaching yourself about whatever this thing is. So not that I needed to explain that, but I did. So you guys loved this question, and I can only get so many of your responses in on this video. So here we go. A harpsichle, which I did not get to look up, but you guys chose a ton of musical instruments, which I thought was very unique and very cool, which is my answer to this question. I'm self-taught on the drums. I have drummed in church. My dad was a pastor, and I don't know, I was 15 or 16, I think, when I got this drum set that my parents did buy me. And then I got a job and started adding cymbals and stuff to my drum set, which you typically do when you have a drum set because cymbals are cool. I love the cymbals. But yeah, I self-taught myself. We didn't have YouTube, and we didn't have any books or anything really to teach yourself about how to play drums or any instrument really, for that matter. You had to buy it, and it was probably expensive. But I didn't have that growing up when I had the drums, so I had to teach myself. Now you can go on YouTube and there's thousands of different videos on all the different things there has to do with drums or any instrument you can think of. You want to learn violin? Just go on YouTube. There's some channel with 90,000 subscribers, and they have over 1,000 videos on playing the violin, which I wouldn't even attempt to do, honestly, because it just sounds very complicated. A harpsichle, what is something that I'm self-taught at? Preaching. Right? There you go, Dad. Carpentry. A lot of you said carpentry, working with wood, shaping it, molding it, carving it, kneading it. All these different things that you can do with wood. I like you guys were funny too and had responses like being crazy. I'm self-taught at being crazy, right, guys? Absolutely. Another instrument, piano, violin, absolutely. And I said drums. Cooking. A lot of you said cooking, self-taught at cooking. Absolutely. Not everybody can cook. And few people get really into it where you're creating these new types of dishes or new types of food and stuff of that nature. So that's really cool. If you are into that and the culinary arts, right on, guys. Absolutely. We've got crocheting. A lot of you mentioned that. A lot of you mentioned knitting. And a lot of you, a lot of you ladies out there, no discrimination or anything, but a lot of you ladies out there said crafting, because that goes so far. I mean, DIY and all the different crafting things that there are out there. Just tons. Once again, YouTube, a very good example of where you can find tons of videos on crafting. So if you haven't tried out YouTube for some reason, get on there and try it, because yeah, you'll find a lot of stuff. An interesting one, writing in code. Now that's interesting. Is this like Braille, where you have the raised dots, where people that can't see read, writing in code, like a secret code? I'm not really sure. That's all they told me. So it was kind of a very coded conversation, you might say. Juggling, absolutely. Yeah, I didn't ask what they were juggling either. Maybe life, I don't know. Brewing, absolutely. There's a lot of that in Kansas City, which is where I'm from. A lot of you said art, being self-taught in art. Absolutely. Art's another subject that just goes wherever you want it to go. Pretty cool. Billiards, playing pool, absolutely. But a lot of you can say that. Playing piano, I think I said that. Cow skull engraving. Now that's interesting. I think I've mentioned this in another video, but I'm not sure. But just being able to engrave things in a cow skull. I love cow skulls. They're really cool. I love bones, period. But anyways, check me out on Pinterest under Skeleton Bee. So taking care of small animals. They're talking dogs, cats. They mentioned rabbits, turtles, skunks. Gosh, there was so many different animals. They even said hedgehog, I think. So yeah, very interesting. Once again, reading up on these different animals, knowing their habits, knowing how they live, their just everything. I'm not going to get into it, but learning the harp, learning the harmonica, self-taught at dieting. Not all of us can say that, but hey, you can read up on stuff. But dieting's kind of a wormhole where you go down it, and everybody has their own opinion about eating right? Drinking adult beverages. I thought that was funny. Drawing, making pet rocks, and they still do this apparently. So there's that. Making candy, I thought that was cool too. I would love to make some candy. I think that would be really neat to do that. Like watching those videos where they're, they have all this gooey stuff that's wrapping around itself, and where it comes out of tubes, real small tubes, and they cut it up and stuff. Candy making would be your type of video on YouTube as well. I'm talking about YouTube a lot today, but being a YouTuber, I am self-taught at that. And I'm very happy for it too, because it's helped me to come out of my shell as well. I loved this one. I thought this was really funny and hilarious. Common sense, just being self-taught at common sense. That's funny. And also understanding my cat was another very funny one. I cracked up when I heard that. I was just I just thought that was so funny. Because who understands cats, right? They don't try to understand you. Why should you try to understand them? There's no understanding most animals, I think. But can't say it. Photo manipulation art is what I was trying to say, and I couldn't say it. I tried saying it over and over and over again. I know the word, I just can't say it. I know you guys know what I'm talking about, because that happens to me all the time. And guys, we have making Russian dolls, which I thought was interesting as well, guys. But that's gonna do it for today's video. You guys gave me a lot of material, like I said, and really enjoyed this question, and that's awesome. It's nice to have something that you can be self-taught at, something that you teach yourself. It makes you feel good about yourself. And hey, I did this, man. I didn't have a teacher. I didn't have anybody telling me what to do. And maybe you have a natural knack for something, or you're just talented in that area. I would say I was talented at drumming too. And it was a good feeling to be able to do that. Now I play bass guitar, but I'm not really self-taught. I can't read chords or anything quite yet. I know some of it, but not all of it. It's like trying to find the time to do those things too is kind of hard once you get older, maybe past 30 or whatever. All right, guys. Well, that's going to do it for today's results video. So thank you for tuning in. And really, I do hope you have a wonderful Valentine's Day tomorrow. And all of us at DQOTD are thinking of you and just are so appreciative of you guys watching our content. And I'm sorry, once again, we didn't have a question for you that was heart related. So yeah, we're going to see you next week. Starting on Monday and Tuesday with that first question. So that's going to do it for today, guys. Hey, Hot Mama. Hey, Honey Pie. I'm Dawn. Question everything. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.
How dare you?